puzzled by the truth as we linger our mind to thinking and seeking the meaning unconsciously or consciously upon the journey that we have had or will have. Then we disembark into another journey to get a point. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My job here is to entertain you, to pique your interest, to challenge your mind, to challenge your thinking as you swim across the river of your mind, not to be dazzled by it. And your job here is to listen and get the point. There are two certainties in this world that we're living in. One of it is we're all gonna die. I was struck to think about life. Life is illogical somehow. Doesn't have any plan. Life did not evolve with a specific, predetermined purpose. As matter rises, voiding matters rise disseminate itself into the ceiling, and then billion years later struck by lightning and ultraviolet radiation, which lead us here today. Well, it doesn't have any meaning at all. And thus, all purpose has to be invented somehow, somewhere, at a certain time. There are two universal laws of the universe. I'm going to explain one of them. In our modern society, we tend to think and accept logically and believe something that we could only understand. When you were first born, your mind and your emotions were limitless, I would say, because your mind was in this clean slate, unbounded by any belief at all. However, my emotional makeup is we could only agree on reason. And now, what matters is the disposition. But still is based on the proliferation of choices. And talking about choices here, there is an expansion of scope of what an organism could do. And there's, with these choices, it shaped us. But before that, let us examine the law of the universe somehow. It is based on an idea, metaphor, means blank system, shape our choices, our being now. Therein lies the rub. As we think, we are managed by the law of determinism, which forces us into this way. As I get here to study all this material, I was a bit skeptical somehow whether this law was governed specifically by this law, or is it by the law of determinism or causality. But there are some, I would say, loopholes between the laws. There are whether it was affected by the law of quantum probability. I still want to expand more, but I don't have enough time. Are you getting this? Well, if you couldn't understand this law of whatever I was saying, it doesn't matter. Because neither do I. There was one a prolific writer. He was also a poet from Ireland. His name is Oscar Wilde. He had a quote in his book, and I want to steal it from him. He said, "I am so clever that sometimes I don't understand a single word of what I'm saying." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the point.